Hello, everyone. I'm Sam Trotman. And welcome to the Loaf podcast, which is something we're trying. It could be a crash and burn. It could also be quite funny, or it could just be like funny for us. Hopefully, it's at least one of those things. I'm joined
It's
by.
certainly going to be funny for one of us.
Yeah, okay. I'm joined by my co-host, who may be little in height but is large in character. It's Josh Whale. Hi, Josh.
Yeah, and after Christmas, I'm just large, to be honest.
Not large in character and large in person as well.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's nice you think high of yourself. You think high of yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I do, obviously, yeah.
Yeah. You're so Josh is at the moment. I'm gonna give you a topic. No, I'm gonna give you a challenge. You've got 60 seconds to basically give a basic description of who you are and what you believe in. I'm going to give you 1 minute on the clock. Your time starts now.
Yeah, so I'm Josh. I used to go to Ringwood. It's kind of a shithole, in all seriousness. I know it's alright, actually. I'm now in King's College London. Do maths and philosophy, so I'm a fat nerd. I think that you basically get the idea of what's up with me from there. I know Sam mostly because I did musical theatre. I still sort of do, but nothing's really on, so not really. Yeah, most people find me a little bit insufferable, so this is really going to make quality podcast material. Yeah, is that a minute?
You got 15 seconds left. What do you believe in?
15 seconds left.
What do you believe in?
What does that mean? Jesus? No, I'm not. No, I'm not Christian.
Give us 5 seconds. Come on. What do you believe in?
I don't know.
You're done.
Boom.
You're done. I wasn't looking for any sort of existential stuff. Just like, what do you believe in? Do you believe in people? Do you believe in?
That is existential. How does what do you believe in?
Humanity.
What do I believe in? Star Trek? Because that means I'm insane, right? That's.
All right. I get you. All right.
Yeah.
You've introduced yourself. Okay, I'm not going to put that.
No, I'm going to give you a minute.
No, I'm not going to put that pressure on me. I'm not going to put that pressure on me. So I'm Sam.
No, I want to put that pressure.
You want to put the pressure on me? All right, I'll time it then. Yeah.
I want you to introduce yourself.
I'll time it.
Hold on, I'll get a timer.
You'll time it.
No, I'll get a timer. Right. Yeah, I'll time it. Yeah. Okay, I've got it on my thing. I'm going to give you a minute.
He's a very insufferable person. No. Oh, all right. Hi, I'm Sam. I am friends with Josh somehow. I don't know. He's a bit annoying. I am an actor. I want to do that. I also make music. If you're on this YouTube channel, you need to check out a crappy Christmas song by me and my friends at A-Level Music Tech, which is something we worked on. Now releasing on Spotify very, very soon. You need to watch it. It's amazing. It is actually. And what do I believe in? Well, I believe that.
And time's up.
You'll never know. You'll never know. You'll never know. You never know what I believe in. That's gonna be the arc for the entire. It's the arc for the entire podcast. You won't know what I believe in until the very end.
We don't know if you're not a Nazi. I mean, there's
no.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's one thing. I'm not.
We cannot dismiss it out of hand. That's all I'm saying.
No, shut up.
We can never know for
I'm not.
You're not a
See,
neo-Nazi.
you've set the tone for the rest of the thing, and people will think that I'm not. I'm the furthest thing from that. Josh is.
Well, there's this thing called a horseshoe theory, where if you go far enough along the left, from right wing to left wing, you just go right back around to being a neo-fascist again.
Yeah. Speaking of that, did you see that tweet? It was by this very far right Republican news reporter.
I don't have Twitter.
Okay, well, shut up. So this tweet basically, it was from this very far right Republican, Fox News lady, and she was like, "Oh, we're so this vaccine's horrible. Do you know what we should do? We should give people a little bit of COVID." So they know how to fight against it if they get it, and their body knows how to fight against it. And
well, I'd say she's a genius. Actually, I think she's just figured something out that no one else has ever figured out before.
I think she's figured out what vaccinations are. And someone retweeted it and said, the Republicans have gone so far right, they've actually looped back around themselves and they've invented vaccinations, which I think is quite funny. I think that's quite funny.
But I bet there must have been a lot of comments on that tweet being like, yeah, you're so clever. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Oh, there were tons. It was all like, why haven't we been doing this? Like,
why are you the first person to think of this? I don't know.
I find it funny, they're putting disrespect on my guy Edward Jenner's name.
Bloody hell. Did you know, though, Edward Jenner did not invent inoculation, really?
No, he didn't invent inoculation, he invented vaccination.
No, not really. It was like a bunch of people.
Yeah, but
he was like one guy.
Yeah, but he did the smallpox one, which led to more. Okay. Josh, without needing a segue, how's your life in lockdown been?
Well, I mean, it's been about as good as, I mean, I imagine everyone's is a bit crap. So, yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, tell us about the thing that you're holding in your lap.
You mean my bongo drum? I got this for Christmas. It's bloody... I didn't ask for a bongo drum, but clearly she got it right, my nan, because I did want one.
You didn't know you wanted it until you got it, and then you realised that it was...
I just connected with it, and all of a sudden it was bongo time, bloody...
It was the thing you've been missing all your life.
It's the one thing, it's the real hole that's in my life, and now it's been filled. I'm complete, actually.
You're complete, yeah. That's good. That's amazing. Good for you. Well, that was good. My life in lockdown has been, it's been obviously much better than most people, as I think yours was. I am speaking for you, but I think we've been alright. Like compared to all the other.
I mean, we're not dead, so I suppose that's a silver lining.
It is. I think definitely. I'm happy about that. Alive gang.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
There were scares. There were health scares where it's like, oh, I think I have had it. Like, not to deter anyone from meeting me.
I think I've had it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have had it without knowing.
You can all meet me, socially distanced.
I had it. I think before lockdown. I think I had it in like March, April, or just as lockdown kind of struck.
I think I had it in London, but I don't know.
Fair enough. Did you go to uni like real life, or was it all virtual?
So I had like 2 lessons a week. So I had my philosophy tutorials in person for about 5 weeks, and then there was the circuit breaker lockdown, and it all went online. But I was in London accommodation with other students, so it was a bit,
Yeah.
So some of the uni experience.
Did you have a flatmate?
I had many flatmates.
Really?
I think there meant to be 9 of us. I think in the end there were about 7.
7 in one flat.
Well, it's sort of more like you have a little flat, a small flat on a floor with multiple doors, like a subsection of your floor, and you share a kitchen.
Yeah. Okay, I was gonna say you share a kitchen, but you have your own like bathroom and shower and stuff.
Yeah. So... Well, not everyone does, but we do because we're en suite.
Bougie. Okay.
Oh, okay. That's a London word. Everyone says bougie in London.
Bougie. It's just they're bougie.
Because they are bougie.
Yeah. They say it because they are. What happened to your internet?
Like a fat L. That's what happened.
It did a fat L. That's perfect. That's perfect timing, isn't it? Perfect timing.
That's content. That is content.
Okay, so this has been cut. But so if for anyone who didn't know, because it was cut, so everyone apart from me and Josh's internet just died about 5 minutes into recording, which is amazing.
You're ringing me on Snapchat.
Yeah. Turn a light on in your room. So you look like Slim Shady. Oh, he's gone again. No.
It's because I turned on the lamp and the internet was just like.
Oh, what? The internet saw a light.
Little light, and they're like, it must be on my end. There's no way he's any light in his room.
Is your light? Is your light connected to the internet?
Yeah, it actually is.
Is it a white? Is it
actually? When it's like fiber optic cables which shoot light. Basically, what I do is I just rewire the fiber optic into my light and just shine the erotic light out. Yeah.
Okay, and we're back with Josh
And we're back
Whale.
in the room, yeah.
Yeah,
But
we're
yes,
back.
there's this girl, and she's super bougie. She buys only Waitrose. It's
I was gonna
successful.
say it's gonna be Waitrose. Yeah, I would have thought it's Waitrose.
I think she's gonna be bankrupt next term because you just can't sustain the Waitrose lifestyle at uni.
That must be a lot of money.
It is a lot of money. Hold on, I'm gonna close my door. Keep talking.
Josh, it's not fair. This is it. You know what? I'm gonna get a new. I'm. I'm not. I was gonna say
I'm back.
I'm getting a new guest next week. I'm getting a new.
Yeah, in all fairness,
I'm getting a
it
new.
would be better.
Getting a new co-host. Oh yeah, we should explain why it's called the Tea Loaf.
I don't know. This is the answer.
Well,
Naturally.
we do know. So we have an inside joke, called Tea Loaf, and we don't know where it came from. We don't know the origin. Like we don't know anything about it other than we just.
You literally don't know where it came from.
We don't know where it came from, but we just use it. So
you cannot dismiss outright that aliens didn't come down and insert the memory of T-Loaf into our mind, and then we just randomly started making the joke.
It feels like something like that happened.
Yeah, because it doesn't make any sense.
I think it came from when PewDiePie and T-Series had their little thing.
Yeah, but it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
Where does the loaf come from?
With that context, it doesn't make any sense at all.
It still doesn't make sense.
But it gives an explanation for the entire joke. So if me and Josh were to reenact a tea loaf conversation, it would be like this. Hey Josh.
Yeah.
Do you have any tea loaf?
Sorry, I'm not Indian.
Neither am I.
Oh my god, so much in common. That's the whole joke.
That's the whole joke.
It's I know it's hilarious.
It is, yeah. Actually. It's so funny. We're just there, like we're doing a Jimmy Fallon, just like on the desk. But yeah,
this joke has lasted like more than a year.
It's outlasted. It's outlasted COVID. It can't die.
It's bloody. It's more infectious than COVID. Yeah,
it can't die. You'll all be saying it. You'll have t-shirts.
Only slightly less deadly.
The tea loaf shirts. Tea loaf t-shirts. They do.
I was gonna say call it a t-shirt, but then I was like, that's fucking stupid.
Anyway, yeah. So Josh, we've gone through Josh's friends.
We've summed us up.
Bougie lifestyle. And we did briefly mention my Christmas song. I don't think we need to go into too much, but
I like your Christmas song. I think it's cool. I like when you and
go on,
what's his name?
Give a name drop. Is it gonna be Charlie Lakin?
Nah, Charlie. Yeah, when you were doing like counter melodies to each other. That's what it's called, right?
We didn't though.
Anyway. It sounds whatever. I know that it was a counter melody.
Okay.
And I didn't make the song, so I'm clearly an expert. And that's super cool.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, I like the song. I think it's quite funny. We did it. I just recorded a music video in like an hour, and then I waited for them to send. I edited it.
Yeah. Oh, and the little was it the keyboard with the little like
the melodica?
So thing?
Yeah, Alex Freed, who is an absolute legend.
He's just flexing in the whole video with his melodica.
He is amazing. Yeah. He had the melodica, which is like, imagine a harmonica that you obviously blow into make sound. I'm not going to demonstrate. And
I don't have a harmonica.
I actually do have a harmonica, but I'm not getting that.
You don't have a harmonica, whatever. I have my bongo, so just imagine this, but as a blowing instrument.
Yeah, and by the way, I apologise for Josh's video quality. He is on about 4 pixels, but you know.
Yeah. I'm running this through an SNES emulator.
Yeah. He's running through 8-bit emulator. Okay. But there's something that I'd really like to talk about with Josh, which is something
again, yeah.
Something we've all been occupying ourselves during lockdown, and for Josh, he's been away from uni over Christmas, back at home. And he's been developing something that he likes to call the Nuncade.
That's just my email.
Oh, is that not the name of the book?
No, that's just my email.
Why is it called the non?
It's got that. That's complicated. It's a joke that predates a lot of things. It's older than Tea Loaf, and it's not. I don't even know. It's another thing. I don't even
Oh,
know.
okay. Well, he's made a book.
The book's called The Internal. Well, I've not finished it. I'm working on one. The book's called The Internal Arts.
The
The Nun
internal
Cave.
arts.
Arts plural. Yeah,
The
yeah.
internal arts. Okay. So he sent me the prologue, which he has finished yesterday, and I read it, and
And it was rubbish.
yeah, it was awful. I hated it so much. I'd come on here
Oh, yeah.
publicly
He's
to
put it in the
slag him off.
podcast
No, no,
to
no,
shame me.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. I really liked it. I think it took me a while to get into it, but then when it was finished, I was like, well, I want more. Like, what happened? So basically, it's taken from the perspective of a Sauron figure, kind of like an
Like a Sauron-like figure.
a big baddie in a kind of Lord of the Ringsy fantasy world. Imagine a Game of Thrones or something like that. And this guy called Taron.
Yeah, Talor, I think. I can't remember.
Talor.
Yeah.
Talor.
It's my book, and I'm like, yeah, maybe that could be
Talor,
right.
which again,
It's
it
just-
sounds like a very villainy name. If you know Overwatch, it's like Talon is the bad group, or Talor. So Talor is this kind of godlike figure, this place he conquered. I am describing it for you because I feel like it'd be quite funny. So,
yeah. But you're getting it right. I'll correct you if you get it wrong.
okay, yeah. So he's kind of like this godlike figure to this to a bunch of different towns or cities. And in this particular one has this giant tower, and he's looking down at the tower, and he sees the chosen one, who is this kind of like typical hero, but instead of seeing it from their perspective, we're seeing it from his perspective. You know, which I think was quite interesting. Kind of.
So we're basically kind of jumping in at the prologue starts, so where a typical fantasy story would end.
Yeah,
sort
where
of.
the final siege to kill the main guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed it, and because there was concepts that weren't in like normal fantasy, so or seen in other genres. So what I really liked is that these guys had like powers, and they had like this thing called. It reminded me a bit of like like superheroes, because he had this
Yeah.
so they're all like flying when there's a final battle between him and these kind of chosen ones and like his sidekick and all that.
Yeah.
They're all kind of flying around, and it's because they can choose to have like certain powers with like a certain amount of potential or force or whatever. Kind of like
Yeah. So it's yeah.
So do you want to go into that a bit more?
So the main concept of the story is pretty much that like we've seen a lot of these stories of kind of the chosen one kills the Dark Lord, but we never see what happens kind of after that. Obviously, I thought and the consequences of like an occupation and how the people are treated under that sort of thing, and the consequences of being this kind of chosen one figure, and whether you should obey the world governments, and what happens to the grand coalition of nations that overthrows him. Because now that this unifying cause is gone, they're just going to go back to normal and start killing each other, presumably. And so with the prologue, I just wanted to show that this was very clearly the concept by showing obviously the fall of the Dark Lord, and I thought it'd be interesting to show it from his perspective.
Yeah.
I quite like hard magic systems, which are magic systems with a lot of rules. So they're not like for example, Lord of the Rings is quite loose. Basically whatever J.R. Tolkien says, he can just kind of make the magic system work the way he wants to. But I like having hard limitations on my magic system. So, and the rules are explored more later in the book. I kind of wanted to showcase how it kind of feels in this prologue here. And really what you're seeing actually is two different magic systems, because there are two in the world, flesh binding and duomance, and kind of coupled magic, which is sometimes called duomancy, and they have different rules. But it's not necessarily, I mean, can't dig Sam, like, it's meant to be unclear in this first chapter exactly how the magic system works. You're kind of meant to get a flavor of what's possible, understand the rules in that chapter. It's basically meant to showcase how, like, a fight, for example, feels in the world, and that sort of
Yeah, cool. Josh has gotten to about 180p, but we move. Um, I promise
We
that if this,
continue,
okay,
yeah.
we're gonna make a pact. If this gets to 10 likes, all right, 10 likes, we will drop
10.
10.
Actually, I think we could push 11.
Push 11.
I think we could
You
push
think we can
11.
push 11 on this? Are you joking? Fine,
I think maybe.
fine. So 11 likes. 11 likes. If you've made it this far, I mean, I wouldn't have.
If
Well
you made
done.
it this far, 11.
You must be a hardcore like Sam and Josh fan, which is
If you made it this far, make 11 different YouTube accounts and like this video.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
because you're clearly that dedicated.
If you
Yeah.
if you come this far, you're willing to go a little further. That is Shawshank Redemption quote. Yeah. Yes, but thank you. 11
I
likes.
figured out how to split the screen equally.
Yeah, well done, you idiot. 11 likes, and we will do another episode. And I promise that Josh will have better video and audio quality.
But which wouldn't be difficult, right?
It wouldn't be difficult.
Yeah, I just need to. Yeah.
Yeah, but yes.
I can just take pictures using like disposable
He's doing stop
camera every like
motion.
second, and it'll be better.
Stop motion, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Josh's book. If we do more episodes, he'll give you more updates as it goes along. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
And it ends
Just
with
with
Talor hearing the sound of a sword slicing his head off, which is what I presume.
yes, that's what happened.
I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. I think that I found it a lot more readable than Lord of the Rings, which is saying something.
Well, Lord of the Rings is old, It's,
I have
it's,
my,
it's
I have
an,
my, I have
unless
my,
you're kind of in,
yeah, I have my gripes with it, but
unless you're kind of,
yeah,
unless you're super into Lord of the Rings, I think it's difficult to get into
yeah,
now because the
yeah.
book, because it's so old.
I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. I give your prologue.
More than a 5, good enough for me.
Yeah. I think there are a few bits I was like,
I've actually written a couple more chapters. I crammed some out yesterday.
nice.
So I'm making some decent progress. I think I'm gonna get this thing done. Yeah.
That's good. I have tried writing in the past, but
It's hard. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, one of my favorite fantasy like films, franchises, I'd say, is Star Wars. I think, and you could say the
It's
same.
sci-fantasy, but yeah.
Fantasy. It's it's in that ballpark.
Certainly, there's magical wizards. Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite Star Wars film, Josh? Segway.
That's a nice segue. Yeah.
There you go. You're
So-
welcome. Obviously.
With them, I would say that obviously it's the classics, Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, and unless you're mentally insane, one of those is your favorite film. I would say.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's Empire Strikes Back, just because it's got a more complicated plot, the characters are a lot more developed, and it's sort of a bit more dramatic. With spoilers, Han Solo gets frozen in carbonite, and Luke gets the reveal.
Spoiler alert for the
Darth Vader
film
is
that's
his father.
40 years old.
It's almost 50 now, isn't it? Yeah.
No, it's
Jeez.
not. That'd be
Oh, they had its anniversary, didn't it?
It'd be 2027 when it's 50. No. But I thought Josh was gone for a second. I can't hear you.
You know.
Oh wait, no, you're back. Yeah.
I think I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I can hear me.
Yeah, good for you. I think I think it's between episode 4 and 5. I probably do prefer episode 5, even though I think episode 4 is kind of more of a pure story. And again,
yeah.
And I think the only reason why I wouldn't prefer episode 4 now is because almost all the other Star Wars films have ripped it off. So it's kind of like, and obviously they've tried to do it a bit more
quite difficult to
complexly, but they failed. In particular, Rise of Skywalker, awful film.
And Force Awakens, which also rips off.
In terms of, I mean, to be honest, it is very close second with The Last Jedi, and I'm going to upset Josh here and many other people, because I love The Last Jedi, and I have a poster of it up on my wall. I just think that it did something different. It tried being bold and innovative, and when I look at that compared to Rise of Skywalker fails in every single way. It tries to please the main audience just by making episode 4 again. or just forgetting that
To be
episode
clear,
8 happened. Yeah, go on.
I prefer Last Jedi to Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah,
Like either of them as Star Wars films. I do actually think Last Jedi. Thing with I don't like what it did, but at least it tried to do something new.
yeah, I agree. I think that Last Jedi, yeah, is really great. I
Mm.
find it fun. And speaking of
What
Star
is
Wars, oh, go on. You ruined
so,
it.
like, I mean, with that question, like, sorry, I ruined your segue, but like, outside of New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, what is your? I think that's more telling, like, to like what kind of Star Wars fan you are. Outside of those two, like, what is your favorite Star Wars film?
Out of what? Um,
Out of the remaining 7, what is your favorite Star Wars film?
out of 4 and 5, episode 8, 100%.
I am so he's a sequel fan. He's a
I'm
sequel
not.
stan.
I'm not. I'm not. I really dislike Rise.
Mm.
I hate Rise Skywalker. I almost walked out of the cinema. I not a huge fan of Force Awakens. I just like exploring new areas of Star
Oh,
Wars.
yeah.
Um,
See, I can tell you strongly that it's not Return of the Jedi because I can't stand the Ewoks.
you don't like Return of the Jedi?
What do you think of the Ewoks? No, I don't not like. I just think it's a lot worse than Hope and Empire Strikes Back.
What?
The acting's a bit hammier, the dialogue's a bit worse, and the Ewoks are annoying.
That's yeah.
So
Okay.
that's my hot take.
Fair enough.
I think Revenge of the Sith is better.
I like Revenge of the Sith for all of its downfalls. I think it's quite funny.
I watched it quite recently. I'm always surprised. I always because I always watch like Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, which is just hard to get through. And then I watched Revenge of the Sith. I'm always surprised how much better it is than those other 2 films.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But it is. It's a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I think that. Hold on. Sorry, I am on my phone, by the way. I'm just getting certain things up for the next.
He sent me a list, so when I feign surprise at his new topic, I actually know what's coming.
But I this wasn't planned, but I really want to talk about the Mandalorian and how.
Oh, I'll talk about the Mandalorian. Yeah.
And how amazing
We're
it
gonna.
is.
I don't think we should. I don't think we should spoil it.
No.
Certainly in podcast one, we don't want to ruin it.
Okay.
In the first
Season 2 was miles better than season 1 on every front.
You think?
I think season 1 I didn't really like. There's a reason why halfway I watched the first 4 episodes when it came out, and then I left it for 6 months because I just didn't really. I had no motivation to watch it, and that's just because I thought it was just kind of like a, you know, oh, he's got Baby Yoda, and they're just gonna go to one planet and do and like it's very situational. Like you could almost watch them out of order, and it wouldn't really matter, apart from the final few. Like he goes to a planet.
Yeah.
Something goes wrong. He has to fix his ship or rescue Baby Yoda, and then that's the end of the episode. Then he goes to another planet. The same thing happens, and I didn't really like that. Once, in season 2, they were like, "Okay, your objective is get Baby Yoda to a Jedi."
The Jedi.
I think it really sharpened up, and it gave it a better focus, and I really love it. The first episode is just so good.
Oh my god, yeah. So like, if you've not seen The Mandalorian before, would you say you could start in season 2? Would you say you could just cold start in season 2? Or would
I almost think you could, because apart from like you meet the main character, and you meet Moff Gideon, you meet the main villain. You don't really know. I mean, like the spoiler of Baby Yoda isn't a thing. Like Baby Yoda exists.
So I have a friend. Just as a segue, I just want to say I have a friend. But anyway,
you have
this
friends?
guy. I do know. Yeah, I want to let everyone know I do have I have a friend. Yeah. This guy didn't really like season 1. He watched like 4 episodes of it and was like, "Nah, I don't like it."
Yeah, like.
And then he started on season 2 and he followed it. He just skipped it all completely and just went straight to season 2, and he understood it.
Yeah, I think I would probably do that. I think. I mean, as a TV fan, I watch it all chronologically. So even if I didn't like it and I knew that season 2 was better, I'd watch one. But yeah.
I would say I liked season 1. I liked them pretty similar amounts. I thought that I liked them for different reasons. So I think they're very different series.
Yeah. Okay. I want to get onto something quickly, which I think will be quite funny. I
Mm.
want to see if Josh Whale can name football clubs.
Oh, this is just gonna be terrible. I can't name a single one.
You can't.
My
Okay.
dad was watching a game yesterday, and it was Aston Villa. That's one of my clubs. And it was like I think it was like CRY, and I'm like, who the hell is CRY?
You don't know who
Well, it might
CR?
be CRP. Yeah, no. And I'm like, who the hell is that? Like, I don't know. It's not a
Really?
town that starts with a CRY. It's Crystal Palace, obviously, but I
Yeah.
had literally no idea.
It's Crystal
I know
Palace.
so little about football. Yeah,
So I'm wearing an Arsenal
because
shirt
I
because I'm happy about Arsenal. Way. Um.
when
You didn't say when did I ask?
they beat Crystal Palace. Did they
No,
beat Crystal
they weren't.
Palace?
They didn't play Crystal Palace yesterday.
That's
Obviously,
Aston Villa.
that was
Yeah.
Aston Villa. You dum dum. So you support
Yeah,
Aston
anyway.
Villa.
No, I don't.
Does your dad
I
support
don't know
Aston
any.
Villa?
I think the game was. It was the Boxing Day football game. It
Oh
was
yeah.
just
So
on. I
Boxing
think we
Day.
immediately went off it and watched something else.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I support Arsenal.
There's no
They got a
like,
big win yesterday, and I'm gonna see if you can name clubs. Basically, can you name clubs?
Keep in mind. So I just want to set the precedent of like how little football knowledge I have. I asked Sam at one point. Like, there's obviously a Manchester United. Where's the London United team? And that's how little knowledge of football
Did
I
you say
have. Is I thought there was a
London
London United.
United?
I thought there was a London United. I don't anymore. I obviously know that is incorrect.
London
I thought there was a
United.
London United.
London
I thought there
United.
was.
Are you
There
hearing
must be.
this?
There's a Manchester United. There must, and there's a Liverpool.
Okay,
There's not Liverpool United.
I'm gonna show you a club on my webcam. These are all the badges of the Premier League. Surely you knew.
God, I'm not gonna get all the.
You knew there was a Premier League,
I can
right?
get. Yes,
Okay.
there's a Premier League.
So I'll show you the
and
top
then, like,
one.
League One, League Two.
No,
League
so
Three,
there's a Premier League and there's a Championship.
and then there's League One.
Yeah.
And are there only two leagues? There's not League Three.
No, because League 2 is almost League 4.
It's League Three where Ringwood beat us.
No, very far down. Nowhere near that. They're like League 9, League 10, which is not a professional football team. Okay, so the top one.
What? Ringwood's not a professional.
What's this one? Top left.
Is that Tottenham?
No, top left.
I don't know.
Black and white one.
I don't have no idea.
Don't know.
I have no idea.
Okay, so
I'll just name. I'll just be naming football teams.
yeah,
at
no,
this
just
point.
name what you think it might be. From the look of the badge.
It's not Man U because it's black and white. It could be Aston Villa. I don't know. Chelsea, Arsenal.
No, just, what does it look like? What's it look like?
A horse, two horses, and I don't know if you can see this, audience. It's two horses. It's like a shield crest, the black stripe and then a white stripe and then
They can see it. It's on my
black stripe.
webcam.
It's a black stripe with a blue banner at the bottom. That's what it looks like.
So that
And it's got like a flag at the
I'll
top.
that Newcastle United.
Oh, right, that's why I've not heard of them.
Okay.
Is Newcastle any good at football?
Well, they used to be. Okay.
No, they're not. All right.
That one.
Liverpool United Football
No,
Club.
so there is an LU and it is United, but what's the L? Not Liverpool.
Leicester?
No.
London. No, it's not London.
London United FC.
That's it. That's London United.
No.
No.
Think
no,
of big towns with L.
No. Liverpool.
You said that already.
No. Leicester?
No, you said that already.
Okay, that's all the ones I know.
It's Leeds. Leeds United.
Leeds. Oh,
You were gonna go there to school, weren't you? That was an
I
option.
might have gone there.
Okay. You've said this in one already. Who are the Foxes? Go on.
Liverpool?
No.
Leicester?
You are correct. It's Leicester. Leicester
Oh,
City.
second guess. Bloody hell.
This one might be the easiest one.
It's a fox.
No, the one
Is
above
it
it was a fox. This is a. What is this?
That's kind of a fox. Aston Villa.
No, there's literally a team named after this animal. It's not a
Bears?
fox. It's not a fox. Look at it and
What
say.
is it? What is the animal?
Think of animals that look like that.
Cats?
No, it's a kind of dog.
Dogs?
It's It's a kind of
Hound.
no, not a hound. A
Eagle.
wild.
Wolf.
Yeah. So what's the team?
I don't know. Doesn't narrow it down.
I said the team is named after the animal. That's what I said.
Wolverhampton.
Yes,
Wolverhampton.
Wolverhampton.
Oh,
Thankfully. Oh,
I got it.
thank goodness. You were
That was a
dying.
struggle.
Okay.
That's a struggle.
Surely this should be easy. Top left. Top. What's the top one? You have
Is
said.
that Manchester?
You've said it already.
Liverpool?
Yeah, you're right. What's this
Oh,
one?
second guess.
What is? Surely you've seen
That
this
is Man-
badge.
At Manchester United, or is that Man City? or something?
That's Man United. You're right.
Hey, it's Man U. First guess.
All right,
Bloody
okay.
hell.
Who are these lot? They got their nickname is the Blades.
Crystal Palace.
No, I'm not. Sheffield. I'm not helping you anymore.
Why would I get
Sheffield
that?
United. This is an easy one. Go on. There are top.
Chelsea. That's
Yeah,
Chelsea.
You got
isn't
it. You got it. Okay. This is another London
I
club.
like them because they're blue. That's the only reason I like them.
Oh, we beat him yesterday. Another London club.
Yeah, they're still blue, so I still prefer them.
Another London club. Just name London areas and you'll get it.
Fulham.
Yeah. How do you know that?
It's an F. I just guessed.
It's not an.
London
It's
started
not
with
an
an
F. Oh wait.
FFC. Fulham Football Club.
I've never. Okay, so here's something that I that makes me look
I
stupid.
think you're the idiot.
I've never
I'm the
realised. I've
footballer.
never realised that it actually says FFC.
I like it when they just write the name.
I just it for
Beautiful.
me it looked like just like some arrows pointing up, like squiggly arrows. That says that's changed my entire. I'm okay. Who are these guys?
Is that Leicester City?
You've said Leicester. Leicester was another one.
Oh, right. Is that Aston Villa?
No. Come
I
on.
don't think I'm gonna get it.
You will. You will.
Have I said Crystal Palace?
No, it is Crystal Palace. You got it.
It is Crystal Palace.
No.
I guess I'm
This
just saying
one-
the same
hopefully
three
this one is
teams.
easier. It's a seagull. So it must be a town near the water. What's a city?
Bristol?
No. Think more south.
Portsmouth?
No.
Manchester?
Beach. Beach.
Southampton.
What's
Is that
what's
Bournemouth?
known? No. What's known for?
Plymouth? Plymouth?
No. Think bigger cities
Portsmouth?
or like more population. Said it already. Starts with a B, and it isn't Bournemouth.
Birmingham's not by the sea.
So it's not Birmingham. It's Brighton.
Blackpool.
It's Brighton. It's not
Oh.
you idiot. It's
Brighton.
not Blackpool. Okay, we'll do.
I didn't think they had a good
Okay,
football
there's
team.
only a few left. London club.
We'll just power through.
London club.
Tottenham.
They're called the Hammers.
Is
No,
that Tottenham?
no,
Hammerston.
Hammers. No, it's West Ham.
West Ham.
Okay, another London. You're not gonna
Is
get it.
that?
West Bromwich Albion.
No, I was actually literally about to say that.
No, you weren't. Shut up.
Yes, I was.
No, you.
I literally was about to say West Bromwich and Albion.
No, you weren't. So shut up.
Otherwise I wouldn't have got the name.
Another top six.
Is that the Spurs?
Yeah, that's Tottenham. That's Tottenham Hotspur.
Boom.
Okay,
I don't know why I knew that.
who are these
Yeah.
lot?
That's Southampton.
I'm wearing the kit.
Arsenal.
Way.
I'm not paying attention to your clothing. That shows when people are like, "Why didn't you notice my haircut, Josh?" Like that's why I didn't even.
You're not
notice
gonna get
that
that
was
one.
the badge
That
on
was,
his
that, was,
thing.
that one was Burnley. I didn't show you it.
I was about to say Burnley as well.
I don't like.
What the hell's
I
that?
don't like you. Top. What's the
You
top?
cannot.
Top one. Another top six. Big club. Big.
That's Southampton.
No.
Leeds.
Think of a light blue club. Okay, they've got a similar
Crystal
name.
Palace.
They've got a similar name. You've already said that. You've got
Man City.
Yeah.
You
Finally.
just a similar name, and those are the only two cities I know that have the similar name.
This one is also located in Liverpool, but it's not Liverpool.
I can't read Latin, so I'm not gonna get this.
What's another club in Liverpool?
Liverpool City.
Everton.
Everton, obviously.
Okay,
obviously.
this is the one you're waiting for. It says prepared. Come on.
Is that Southampton?
I want to
Is
cry.
that
I
Portsmouth?
want Portsmouth is in League One. It's very bad. Who?
Who's that Bournemouth?
Your dad was watching them yesterday.
Uh, Aston Villa.
Yeah. And finally, the one you've been saying all along. They're the Saints. They're the Saints.
Saints.
Southampton.
I don't know. Southampton.
I
Right.
the amount of hate right now.
No, I'm sorry.
we
If
s-
there was Bournemouth, I would have got it. I got the Spurs though,
yeah,
and
you
you
did.
didn't have to help
We
me
spent
there.
way too long on that. I hate that has made me really annoyed.
It's not. My opinion of football's not changed in that
Yeah,
discussion.
you should like football. It's good. I love football. Okay, you have. Okay, so there's a new segment for any future episodes called Josh's News Dump. I'm going to give him 2 minutes on the clock, and you're going to have
Minutes, bloody
2
hell.
minutes to fill the reader or the listener. Sorry, I didn't know I said reader. You got to inform the listener on all the latest news developments and everything going on in the world in 120 seconds.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a few seconds to compose yourself and let me know when you're ready. Are you ready, Josh?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, I'll start a little further afield. France's overseas dependency of New Caledonia, which is in the Pacific Islands, an independence referendum recently. And the French allowed them to have 3 independence referendums, and they could call them whenever. And so the first 2 were obviously failed. They didn't get independence. And then the third one, just recently, they voted to remain by a very small margin. So New Caledonia, which is quite a large island in the Pacific Ocean, is going to stay as part of France, important source of minerals for French, and it's a good military base. That's a big thing. Obviously, Macron's got COVID, but he's young, he'll be fine.
Who?
Other French news. Emmanuel Macron,
Okay.
the president of the French
Yep.
Republic,
Keep on going.
5th French Republic. And obviously, we finally managed to get a Brexit deal. It looks to be not quite Canada style. It looks to be a little more integrated than that, but it looks to be less integrated than the EU wanted us to be. Got a independent body for level playing field, and we are going to gain concessions in our fishing from the EU over the course of about 5.5 years. So, I don't know. It's better. I was expecting no deal, and most people were. Most people that sort of in the know, which I'm not saying I am.
Trump and Biden,
thought it
Trump and
wasn't gonna
Biden,
happen.
Trump and Biden, Trump and Biden, go.
No, there was obviously the US presidential election, and he won a lot more votes than Trump. It was actually quite a narrow victory. The margin of victory was very small because of how the
You
electoral
got
college
15
works.
seconds, go.
Biden was able to beat Trump. Biggest upset of the night was that he managed to flip Georgia blue. They were expecting a larger blue wave, and unfortunately, the Democrats now have a smaller majority in Congress and are unlikely to flip the Senate, meaning Biden's going to have a miserable time as president. He's not going to get anything done. But I think for a lot of people, they're glad it's
Your
just not Trump.
time is up. Thank you, Josh. I didn't actually know about that. So I knew that the Georgia runoffs were happening where the Senate was being voted for. Did the Republicans win that?
They're unlikely to flip it. I mean, they might get one of the seats, but then it's still 49-51.
But it's very unlikely that they'll get both.
They might get one. No, they won't get both.
Is that a definite, like, they will not get both?
Yeah, the way it works. I mean, I'd be very, very surprised if they don't get both. The only state I wasn't able to predict in the actual US presidential election was Georgia.
And with you saying, so when you predicted it and you said that Georgia was won by Trump, did that mean that Trump won your prediction?
No, Trump still lost in my prediction. By slightly less margin. If it is 50-50, it's still going to be a nightmare because it'll be every Senate vote will be a draw, which the vice will have to.
No, so I did some research, and if it is 50-50, Kamala Harris serves
vice-
as the tiebreaker.
Yeah, the vice president picks. Yeah, so but that means that she's not doing the rest of her job. She's literally just doing tiebreakers in the Senate all the time, which is a nightmare.
Yeah, but it's better than having Republicans voting for a
Certainly, a lot of
against.
people. I try to be impartial in my news. Yes, a lot of people feel the guy that's not Trump.
Yeah, because when Obama had a Republican Senate, no, a Democrat Senate, he got stuff done.
They
But
only had that for 2 years.
yeah, and
They all
then
flipped Republican.
which is a shame, but we move. I'm reading his book at the moment, which is really good. Check it out. A Promised Land. Got a really good title. It's about his
I think it's got
first.
a good title. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And
it's
now
term, isn't it? Yeah.
we are gonna do something.
Lighter topic.
BuzzFeed. We're gonna do.
Yeah.
We're gonna take to cap it off. We've got a couple of BuzzFeed quizzes and a Would You Rather kind of section to see what Josh.
Expose all.
This is gonna be just for Josh. We're gonna. First one is
Just for me.
eat a meal to find out why people don't like you. So, Josh, we're gonna figure out why people hate you.
I'm ready.
Okay.
We're gonna figure this out.
We are gonna
BuzzFeed.
crack
They're gonna tell
this
me.
code. Trust me, my friend.
We're gonna crack the code. Yeah.
First, you gotta choose a drink, mate, before your meal. Would you rather choose
Ooh.
water, cocktail, wine, or a bit of champagne, a bit of champers? So obviously,
I think it largely depends. Like, is it like a restaurant that specializes in?
I'm not
wines?
specializing
Does
on
the wine.
I'm not specializing on the restaurant. Just choose a flipping drink.
What was the fourth option? It was water, wine, cocktail, and
Champers.
probably a cocktail.
Ooh. You've been going to the hookah bars lately. Cocktail. Okay, you got to pick an appetizer,
Sushi.
mate. You've got bruschetta. Very nice. You've got. Did you look off to think what is that?
No, because I don't know what it is, so I wouldn't order it.
Oh,
so it's not
okay.
bruschetta.
A cheese plate. Just a plate of cheese.
Probably wouldn't have. That's a dessert. Isn't
Got some crackers, you know. Chips, so nachos and salsa. So like classic.
No. So there are only 3 options.
And then
bruschetta,
caviar.
Oh,
Caviar.
I'd have caviar.
You'd have caviar.
If it's available. If it's available, and
Have you ever
affordable,
had
I'd have
caviar? Have you ever had it before?
Yeah, I've had it.
You've had
It's very
caviar.
I don't know how. Don't imagine
He's
that
like,
I'm having caviar.
oh,
every meal.
my friend in London, she goes to Waitrose every day. How can she afford that?
I think I've had it like once or twice.
And you've had caviar
Like, not a
before,
lot.
man. All right, clicking caviar.
Nice,
There
yeah.
you go. Bougie Josh. Choose a starter.
If it's available and it's affordable, yeah, I'll have caviar.
All right, choose.
Why you wouldn't miss the opportunity?
All right. Choose a starter. Caprese salad. So I'm guessing that's some sort of fancy salad.
No.
Kale salad.
Oh,
Okay. Prosciutto and melon. So like fishy.
I don't like melon.
Okay. And sushi.
Sushi.
You
Quite easy.
You choose sushi?
Yeah, I like sushi.
I don't really like sushi, but
I probably wouldn't have it with the caviar because that's too much fish. But
so
like
far,
in a vacuum,
you've gotten like a cocktail with
a lot of fish
you've got
and
a
a bit of
cocktail
rice
with
yeah.
caviar and sushi. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm having too much fish.
We're on to the main course. Play your bongos. Okay.
This is the moment of truth.
How about main course?
No, actually,
You can choose between
ooh.
salmon. Ooh.
No, I can't pick salmon. I've picked 2 fish courses.
A burger.
Ooh.
A good old classic. Risotto.
Oh yeah.
No for risotto.
It's burger. I think
And pasta. So that can be any pasta of your choice.
it's burger. I think it's certainly right. Here's the question: does the burger come with fries on the side, or
no? Yes.
It doesn't.
No.
I think it.
Ooh. You can choose. Let's say burgers come with chips. Come on. Yeah.
Because who just has a burger? Like that's not a meal.
Yeah.
That's
okay. It comes with chips. So
Yeah,
you choose
burger.
burger from that. I mean, for me, I'd probably go between a burger and pasta because
that's certainly the in between.
because I live on pasta. Okay. Time for dessert, Josh.
Yeah.
Josh, it's time for dessert.
I've had so much fish.
You've had
some beef,
so
really
you've sat down.
mixed
You've
food
sat down. You've been like,
salad.
hey, I'll have a cocktail. You've gotten yourself a bit of a strawberry daiquiri. You know, you've sipped away. Then you've got on your caviar, and everyone around you. We are trying to figure out why people don't like you. It's not a brain.
Because I ordered caviar.
It's because you've
It's
gotten
just- that's what it was there.
you're having dinner for one, and you've gotten a strawberry daiquiri, and
I've
then
had my sex on the beach cocktail,
Yeah.
and then I've had caviar.
and then
yeah.
you've now gotten caviar for one, just sitting there at at TGI
just got the
Fridays.
entire restaurant's caviar.
Yeah. And
oh,
then,
that's really TGI Fridays called for selling it.
yeah, and then sushi. So you've had the caviar.
Mm.
You go ooh fa fa.
Probably had sushi rolls, I think, because I quite like sushi rolls.
Okay, and then after the sushi, you've had a big fatty burger, like a proper cheeseburger with bacon and
Have you seen like you can get like bison burgers? They're incredible.
yeah. I love those. Okay,
Yeah.
but it's time for dessert now. You've had your
With
main
some
meal.
fat chips. I don't like little
You're-
fries. I like a fat chip.
No, I like little fries, but I like to be honest, I like fat. I just like eating.
I drown my chips in gravy. Like I literally submerge
See,
them.
is that
and then I put
because of
salt.
me? Is that because of KFC?
No, I don't like. Not gravy, vinegar.
Oh, vinegar.
Sorry, did I say?
But you do like
Sam dips his chips in gravy. I hate it. It's the worst.
KFC
thing.
gravy is amazing. You tried it and you liked it.
Yeah, but you don't ruin your chips.
All right, shut up. We're getting off topic.
Gravy.
Back to the dessert. You can choose ice cream.
Back to
Ooh.
the topic.
Ooh, ice cream. Ooh.
Mm. Depends on the flavor, but yeah, I like ice cream.
Cheesecake. Ooh.
I don't like cheesecake.
Berry tart. Ooh, berry tart. Ooh.
I don't need more tarts in my life.
Whoa, throwing shade. And then final one is apple pie.
I think it'd probably be ice cream. I don't really like any of the other ones.
Really? Alright, mad. Ice cream it is. Oh.
Why?
So-
So the moment of truth.
Okay.
Why do people not like me?
Okay. You're too
I'm not gonna
intimidating.
be- Oh, I'm not sure that's true. I think it's just because I'm annoying. I think-
Josh?
Yeah.
Josh. BuzzFeed never
BuzzFeed
lies.
doesn't lie.
It never lies.
Yeah, that's true.
So
So I must be.
you are too intimidating. It's a shame, but you've learnt your lesson, and you will be. You need to try to smile
Rough.
more, be more friendly, and allow others to feel comfortable. It's quite accurate,
Actually, now it says that. I don't know. I do smile quite a lot.
Yeah,
I'm not like a
but try
scary
and make
man,
others feel more comfortable.
But I would just want to have caviar and sushi.
You want the caviar, the sushi, the burger with the chips, and then you want ice cream.
If I'm gonna get the caviar, I can't waste time feeling about other people's
Okay.
emotions. No, I've got to focus on the caviar.
Yeah, okay. Let's go on to another quiz. It says if you check off 25 out of 34 of these things, sorry, but you're a weirdo. And it says in the
I'm gonna get the full suite.
The
I know.
subtext is we're all a little weird, which yeah.
I mean, who could disagree with that, BuzzFeed?
who
You're
can disagree?
preaching to the choir here.
Ooh, whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
So check off all that apply to. So I'm gonna say something and you say whether you do it or not, okay?
Okay.
Do you wear mismatched socks?
Absolutely. There's Satan.
Okay. Do you enjoy stormy
That is,
do you enjoy stormy weather?
when I'm inside and I like it because it's quite like it's sort of like
Yep,
this
yep, let's just move on.
connect and it's quite.
Yep. Do you eat pizza with ranch? No?
No.
Okay.
I'm not gonna get a full suite. I might not be weird.
Okay,
Sam. I might not.
so
That's
the
what I'm learning.
equivalent for us would be like salad cream.
Absolutely not. That is grim.
Okay. Do you quote TV shows like The Office in your daily life? So do you quote TV shows?
I don't quote The Office
Do
because
you-
I've actually never seen it.
What?
But,
You've never seen The American Office? It's amazing.
no, I need to get around to it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Watch it. It's my favorite show.
I quote.
Do you quote stuff a lot? I
Say
think
TV show specifically, or is it also movies?
I'd say just film, media in general.
So yeah, then I do.
I'll tick it.
I'm not
Oh,
annoying.
okay,
about
this
it,
one
but
is
I
really
do, you know.
weird, and if you do it, I'm gonna end the podcast. Do you put glue on your hands just for the sake of peeling it off?
Okay, that is.
That is weird, isn't it?
If you do that, don't like this video.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe.
if
If
there
you
is
like
one,
this video, if you're still watching and you do this, like
Alex
the
free.
video,
Alex free.
subscribe and hit the bell, and then unhit the bell, unsubscribe and unlike the video because we don't want you.
Yeah. Do you feel nervous making your own doctor's appointments?
Yeah, Yeah, I feel like doctors are quite intimidating.
Okay. Do you own Crocs?
I think so, but like I've never worn them, and like they're like when
Okay.
I was 6.
Have you been
So it's
attracted?
really not
Have you
my
been
fault.
attracted to a cartoon character? Any?
Uh, well, sometimes they draw them quite attractively, so I suppose.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say tick that off.
Have you ever said "rad"
Oh,
unironically?
bloody hell! Not the Lion King. It's bloody.
Oh, shut up. Have you ever said "rad" unironically?
Right.
Have you ever been like, "Oh, that's rad"? Have you ever said
I
it?
don't think I've said other equally problematic things.
I'll tick
But
it
not
because
rad.
I
No.
don't think we say it in Britain a lot, but I feel like you've
That's
said.
like that's sick. That's wicked. But I've
Okay.
not said that's rad. Yeah.
Okay. You don't really remember the 2000s or early 2000s, but you call yourself a 2000s kid, or like, or you
Uh,
didn't grow up in the 90s or 80s, but like you feel attached to their nostalgia.
well, I was born in the 2000s, and I remember it. So yeah, I'm a 2000s kid. So no,
No? Okay. Do you have more than 30
no, yeah.
playlists on Spotify, or
I don't actually use Spotify, so no,
what do you use? Apple Music?
I just don't. I don't.
You don't listen to music.
Well, I do listen to music. I normally listen to music on YouTube,
Do you have
because
more than 30
I'm normally
playlists
on
on
my
YouTube?
computer. No, I don't use playlists.
What? So when you want to just have like a specific set of songs you want to listen to, you just that's weird, man.
Honestly, like sometimes if I really like a song, I often loop the song.
You know what?
until
I
play
wish
it
there was
there, and
another
then I
box
switch
for like have no playlist because that is weird. That is a bit weird.
That
Okay.
is awesome. No, yes, but like, the thing is, I think the thing about this is it assumes that your normal levels of weird, and I'm so weird that it like loops back around, and I say
Yeah,
no
it's the
again.
horseshoe effect, the one that we were talking about.
What's the effect on
Okay,
BuzzFeed?
I'm gonna give you a situation. You've got to say if you've ever said this.
I
Okay.
mean, just quickly, it's also possible that this quiz isn't that thought out, and I am weird, and this quiz is not accurate. But I mean, it's
It could
BuzzFeed,
be.
so surely
Josh, stop.
not.
Yeah, you're not Santa. You don't have to check it twice. So imagine this scenario. Someone goes up to you, says, "Hi, Josh. How you doing?" And you say, "Living the dream." Have you ever said that?
Sarcastically, maybe once, but not.
I'm
not typically.
I'm ticking it then. Have you ever worn socks and sandals?
Probably. It's something I would do.
Okay, so
Yeah.
have you ever sung along to karaoke tracks online? I can tick this straight away because you're a musical theatre person.
You have to do it because
You have to.
Yeah, yes, I have. I don't do it for fun.
Okay,
Yeah,
the next one I know I do this all the time, and I hope you do as
Right.
well. So when you can't tell what someone said, when they've spoken to you and it's kind of like inaudible, and you've asked them what they meant and they said it, and you still can't hear
But
it.
you've seen me in Subway.
Yeah.
Being able
So
to
do you just
understand.
do you laugh or just agree? Do you just go along with whatever they said, but you can't hear it?
Yes, I normally do say yes because I'm
So-
like, what bread do you want?
Yes. So there's a moment where I took Josh to Subway for the first time because we had like a lunch break during one of our things, and
And I'd never been before.
never been Subway.
Because I'm never been to Subway,
Sheltered
yeah.
weirdo. So I took him in. I was like, okay, just
I
order.
now go all the time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny, I love Subway.
So I've got a
Cross my
photo.
order every time now.
I've got a photo to prove that. So I told
I
him
don't need to hear what they're saying anymore.
no.
It
I told him to order what I was getting, and I said you've got to clarify what bread you want because he didn't know this. So he goes up there, and like I've mentally prepared him for what they're gonna ask him because he's not ready. And then they go up to him and say, okay, what do you want? And he was like, I'll have the meat feast meal deal, please. And they say, all right, what bread do you want? Yes.
Keep in mind, actually, just to give context, he was wearing a mask and a visor, and he was speaking in a thick Indian accent.
That doesn't
I
make
am
it any
from-
better.
I'm from the south of England, from a sheltered part of the south of England, and I'm just like, I'm not getting this. There's basically
What
no
went
way.
through
I'm
your
gonna
mind?
ignore
Did you just think, yeah?
I was like, if I say, "Can you repeat yourself?" I'm gonna appear like the bad guy in this context because I'm asking the Indian guy to speak better English, and I'm like, well, let's just roll the dice and hope he's saying something.
That requires a yes. Yeah.
It
So
requires-
have you learnt your lesson?
different.
Have you learnt your
Well,
lesson?
now I don't even listen to what they're saying. I just give everything at once. I'm like,
Yeah,
bada bing.
that's what everyone does. Okay. Have you ever deleted a post on Instagram that doesn't get enough likes? You haven't done this, have you? Have you ever?
Oh, I've deleted some posts on Instagram that are a bit old, but no.
No. Okay.
I don't really use Instagram that
Have you
often.
ever eaten a Have you eaten? Have you ever eaten a?
Have I eaten? I don't know what it is.
Shut up. Have you ever eaten a bagel that was untoasted? It's just a plain bagel. What? Yeah. Is that yes?
I don't think I wouldn't think like salmon bagels. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Have you ever recorded yourself singing to see if you're actually good? You definitely have done this.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Yeah.
And the answer was, yeah, basically Mariah Carey. I mean, she should really move aside.
Yeah. Have you ever called your pet by tons of nicknames rather than their real name? Surely you have. Like,
Yeah.
everyone does that.
Yeah, I've
Like,
done that.
that isn't
Everyone's
weird.
done it.
Have you ever
If you
looked?
have that, then you're weird.
Yeah. Have you ever looked up the lyrics to a song so you'll look cool for knowing all the words?
I know all the words to the Donald Trump versus
Yeah,
Hillary Clinton
I'm
epic
ticking
rap
that.
battle,
I'm
and I
t-
didn't just
Let me
do
just
that. I didn't
say.
listen to the song once and just get it. I learned that song.
Yeah, but I'll tick
Yeah.
that. Have you ever spent way more
I wouldn't
money?
say it makes me look cool though.
Okay, so you're online shopping. Have you ever spent way more money
Hmm.
than you intended just to redeem a coupon and get free shipping?
No.
So like you have an order, it's like 30 quid, and it's
I
like
understand. No, I
10 quid shipping, and it's like no, but if you spend 50, you get free shipping. So you add an extra
But
like
this is
20.
the thing. Most of my clothes and books and stuff I get in person.
Yeah, fair enough.
The only thing I could buy online is like games, and they don't require shipping because they're
Yeah.
PC games.
Okay. Do you ever? Okay. Do you never delete old texts or emails? So your email, you're on your Joshua Whale at gmail.com.
Actually, yes, because I've got like 12,000
Oh,
emails. Or so,
that's awful.
yeah, so there's no way I've deleted them yet.
Have you ever had a snack while waiting for your real food to heat up, or like if your mum's cooking dinner, have you ever like just eaten? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've done that.
Absolutely.
Have you ever
Everyone's done.
have you ever pretended you're in a music video when listening to music in the car? Yeah, that's a tick.
I don't listen to music in the car, but yes, but not in art, just in general. My
Okay.
entire life is a music.
Have you ever have you ever have you ever responded to texts in your head but forgot to actually send them? So like
Yes, yes.
I read it first and I was like, that's a weird thing to do, but I think I've done that where like you've read someone's text and you're like, oh, I'll message them later.
Bloody, let me just say, the texts I think in my head are bloody brilliant. They're basically masterstroke pieces.
I remember I've sent texts and then like later on I've been like, oh.
Later on when I'm in the shower, I'm like, oh,
I could
no.
have said something much better. Yeah. Have you ever refused?
I have no impulse control, so later on I'll say, it would have been way better if I sent this to say.
The next one I identify with a lot. Have you ever refused to let an arm or leg hang off the bed in case something under the bed could try and get you?
But I have this like recurring nightmare, like some heavy thing in the loft is gonna drop and crush my head.
Really? Is the loft above you?
Yeah, so I'm always like, but I'm like, I must have precognition. I said, but I always think like I can't dismiss outright the fact that I may have precognition, and so I always move to the other side of my bed, so it drops. So I'm like, I must have seen that it's going to drop on my side of the bed.
I will tick that because that is the equivalent.
Because it's just as mad.
Have you ever spaced out while driving and get surprised when you arrive at your destination? You don't drive.
I don't drive. No. Well, I can drive.
But have you ever been in like a passenger seat and then like you kind of just blank out and then you're like, oh, what, we're here?
Yeah, I go to sleep in the back of the car sometimes, but it doesn't really count because like.
Oh, okay. I've done this. Have you ever counted how many hours of sleep you get before going to bed?
All the time, because I like today I went to sleep at 4 a.m.
What time do you wake up?
I was like, we're doing the podcast tomorrow. I was like, I'm doing the podcast tomorrow, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to be awake for this podcast. So I set the alarm for 10, and then every 5 minutes after that until 11. And even then,
yeah,
it was a bit late to get in.
Have you ever eaten? Have you ever eaten peanut butter sandwiches without jelly or without jam? No.
I have peanut butter bagels, so I don't know. Yes, yes. So I said yes. I've had peanut butter with that. I don't have. I don't have jelly.
Do you sleep with a fan on?
And it's really warm in the summer sometimes,
Okay.
but not normally.
Not normally. Okay. So it's not a recurring thing. Okay. I also this is a good way
Only
to.
because there's no aircon in the
Yeah.
UK.
Yeah. I mean, in bougie places there is, but not.
Yeah, in London, in all fairness, in my London. No, actually, in my London accommodation there isn't,
Okay.
except in the
Also,
corridor, which is useless.
you
Like,
walk out like.
I don't just I don't just vibe in the corridor. I'd like stay in my room and
Maybe
it's
that is the
awful,
plan though. Maybe you should. You get
So
bad.
I'll move my desk into the corridor and block it and be like, well, I just need the aircon,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. Shout out your
There's been a number of.
shout out your flatmates now. Go on.
No, I'm not. But there's been a number of times where we've had like uh coronavirus legal
Oh.
gatherings in our accommodation.
Are you
And
friends
then
with
like
them? Are you
it
friends
gets a
with
bit
them?
I would say so. And then we go into but like when it gets a bit warm, we all go into the corridor out of the kitchen and we all just stay under the aircon system and just like
Is it all guys? Is it all 7 guys?
No. It's I know the two girls best because I don't see the guys that often because I think they're older. Okay, I think they're like 23 or something. So one of them,
Okay.
one's second year and one's a master's, and the others,
You're all at King's though.
yeah,
Alright, cool.
yeah,
Um,
we're all King students.
do you ever stop talking in the middle of telling a joke or a story because you realise no one's listening?
No, I just power on right through.
What?
I
So
don't care.
you're talking and then you realise that literally no one is listening to you and you just finish.
Yeah, but I've bloody finished that joke. There's no way I'm gonna hear. I'm not gonna miss out on the punchline just
Okay.
because everyone else is like.
Do you ever crack jokes during a scary movie to feel less terrified? Or do you ever try and like lighten the mood in a tense situation? Kind of be like, oh,
Yeah,
nice.
probably.
Ooh.
Here's the thing though, when I watch horror films, if it's like scary monsters attacking humans, I'm like, it's not that scary. Like jump scares, they don't really bother me that much. But when there's animals involved, I freak out. Like for example, in the Babadook spoilers, there's this dog in there, and I'm like, something bad's gonna happen to this dog. And I just like until the dog was no longer until nothing else was clearly gonna happen to the dog. I was freaking out the whole time, and then as soon as after that,
so you
in the climax of
you weren't scared of the animals, you were scared for the animals.
yeah, and in the climax of the film, when it was meant to get really scary, I was just like, well, I don't really care about these people. I just care about the animals. So
I actually
whatever.
I feel I agree with that. If it's
I think
it's
it's
an
a
animal,
cheap trick to build tension
if it's
using animals.
yeah,
I just think,
I agree. Do you
Mm.
obsess over something embarrassing you did as a child? Surely.
I
Yeah.
think, yeah, like, I'm not. Yeah, obviously,
Okay.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, a lot of things probably. I just like I remember something I've done as a child. I have a burst of memory. And I'm
Okay,
like,
that was the last one,
and
and
I
I
go,
ticked it off. I ticked it off, yeah. You had to get 25 out of 34 to get
How many did I get?
to be a weirdo, to be like a proper weirdo.
Did I get 24?
You got 24.
Hey, I'm not weird.
No, it says
Obviously.
it says you're a partial weirdo.
I would say I'm like 20-30%. It's like I'm a bit like diluted orange juice. Like the orange juice is the weird part of me, and then the water's normal.
It says, hey, you're kind of a weirdo. I dig it. You might not be the weirdest weirdo, but you're definitely a little quirky. You're unique, so embrace it. Wow. What a way
Yeah,
to...
my parents call me unique. It's their way of saying, Josh, you're fucking annoying. Shut up.
I get that. Okay. And our final
Yeah.
topic today. The one you've all been waiting for the one person who is still here.
Which is just Sam watching if video still works.
It's me editing, watching it back. It's would you rather questions.
This is a suggestion.
Yeah.
Just quickly. I think it might be better if we could release the whole thing. It might be more digestible if we release like the whole thing is an audio track, and then we release like the video track as like it's like in like segments. So release like more digestible, 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
segments.
you release the clips of the topics.
Yes.
Every podcast in the world does that.
I just thought, no, I'm the first person.
No, no, they have clip channels in particular. No, you're dumb. You're dumb. Okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm an idiot.
So these are would you rather questions that are meant to be the best or the hardest. Okay, we'll do about 10. Just to cap it off. Would you rather have a dog with a cat's personality or a cat with a dog's personality?
Why would I want a dog with a cat's personality? Cats are assholes. I'd want a cat with a dog's personality because cats are little cute little animals, little fluffy things.
You're
Dogs look like big scary monsters, but they're big like fluffy scary monsters. Whereas cats are little demons that look adorable. Yeah, I want the cat with the dog's personality, hands down.
so you're a cat person, aren't you?
Uh, cats look, but cats are evil.
Josh was
Yeah.
frozen when he went and he just stayed.
Cats are evil. I would say cats are evil.
Yeah.
I have cats.
You do keep freezing
think-
every like 2 seconds, but it's okay. I
For
forgive.
me,
I forgive
I
you.
think I'm lazy. Thank you. I feel forgiven.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm lazy, so I'd rather have cats because I don't want to walk.
If you were reborn in a new life, would you rather be alive in the past or the future?
Well, either way, you know, I'm out of COVID, so it's a plus. Probably the future.
What, post-COVID?
Yeah,
Yeah, you could write your book.
future. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't write my book because I'm
Ooh.
back to doing actually interesting things.
Okay. So I'll change this one slightly to be more holidays themed. So
Put a little twist.
would you rather be able to have no chocolate over Christmas or December? Yeah.
I'm actually crying at this.
Or
You just
or no Christmas dinner.
no Christmas dinner.
Really?
I like chocolate.
What? So you would
I'm not staying out.
you'd like get rid of your Christmas dinner just for chocolate?
My family have done this thing where we had like an Indian for Christmas dinner.
Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible, mate.
Really, the turkey is not like we like the turkey. We made a turkey this year. It was lovely. But it's not the most important thing for me. I know it's Christmas when I get my advent calendar on December 1st.
Okay, fair enough.
That's essential.
Fair enough. Okay, would you rather lose the ability to lie or believe everything you're told?
I kind of already do believe everything I'm told to a certain degree. Like I'm pretty gullible. So probably this. The second one.
I'd be like, "Hey, Josh, you're an alien." You'd be like, "Cool."
Oh wow. You're right. Fair enough. I'm gonna probe you. Yeah.
Okay. Would you? No, that's weird. Okay. Would you rather eat a poo that tastes like chocolate or eat a chocolate that tastes like a poo? Oh, he's frozen. What?
Can I think about it? Hold on. I think probably a chocolate that tastes like poo, because then I'm not gonna get.
Fair enough.
Unless actually, I'm not an expert on poo. I wouldn't say I was. I think if you eat someone else's poo, if you were to eat poo, it's more dangerous than if you eat your own. I think it's got like your own scum stuff in it, as opposed. So maybe if I could say it was certainly my poo, maybe.
Stop digressing into the poo.
I think it'd be chocolate. I think that's safe for chocolate. Just from like a hygiene perspective, it tastes awful, but you know.
Yeah. Would you
it's
rather?
still meant to
Would
be.
you rather look 10 years older from the neck up or the neck down? Stop being neck down,
Neck
right?
down,
Yeah,
probably.
stop being neck down. You get the
Neck down.
got the baby face, but you've also got the.
Yeah, I've got my
But hopefully you've
my
grown.
angelic look.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna get a hunchback, so I'm gonna be shorter.
Okay. Would you rather be the funniest person in the room or the most intelligent?
I already am, you know. So I'm both actually.
Shut up.
Probably. I mean, I don't think anyone will be surprised. Most intelligent, I think, is better. I think it's more
So
practical.
you're in a room with, I mean, for your career, yeah, you're in a room with a bunch of maths professors, and you're like,
If I start cracking jokes, they're all gonna like, Windows not responding.
they're all
me.
talking about
And then-
like maths theories, and you're like,
I'm like, hey, what's the deal with airline food? And they're just like,
yeah. Oh, this is a good one. We'll do like two more. Would you rather reverse one decision you make every day, or be able to stop time for 10 seconds every day?
reverse one decision I make every day.
That would be
Definitely.
that'd be so helpful, wouldn't it? Can you imagine the amount
Then I could say waking up.
Wow. Go to school. That'd be
Strong.
Okay. Should we end with a deep one or a funny one? What do you think?
I think we'll do both at the
Yeah?
same time.
No?
Me both at once, and I have to answer both simultaneously.
Okay. Would you rather continue with your life or restart it? And would you rather be able to talk your way out of any situation or punch your way out of any situation?
A continue punch.
Or no, like be like a bang 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 whack ja.
Yeah, I'd continue my life
Oh.
because I don't want to restart. Being one kind of sucks. But also, I would want to punch my way out of. If I can punch my way out of every single situation, it must be a god. Like, because there are some situations like you can't punch yourself out of an exam, right? And
I
still
mean,
pass.
you can. You won't pass.
No, you can't punch your way to a passing grade in an exam. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
You
Well,
can't punch your way out of student debt. And if I can,
show
that
me
seems kind
how.
of strong.
Show me how.
I want to know how to punch my way out of student debt. Yeah,
All right. Well, I think that does it. What do you think?
I think that's pretty strong. That ending. I'm just gonna leave everyone with a little bongo solo just to finish it off.
Okay, and to end. Oh, yeah. Go on then.
That was it. That's all I've got. That's all. That was a little sneak preview of what.
Yeah. I promise if this
What I'm
video
working
gets 11 likes, which I know it can, we will do a second
Yeah, because
episode.
we're gonna make 11 YouTube accounts and like it ourselves.
If it gets 11 likes, we'll do a second episode, and we will get Josh a better camera. I promise.
Yeah, with the YouTube money we get from the 11 likes.
All right. Well, we will see you all in the next one. Bye. Say
Bye.
bye.